So after last season, I'm thinking it's time to move on from New Mexico State and explore the transfer portal, but you guys will never believe this. The same guy that told me to make my own path was telling me to go ahead and leave and find a bigger school. And the James side of the family was telling me to stay and become a superstar on both sides of the ball and lead his team to a national championship. Now, as crazy as that sounds, the way I was feeling, it made sense and I truly believe I could do it. But my dad was adamant about not listening to the James side of the family because they only did things to benefit their family. All this drama amongst my family members was definitely getting to me, and it was unnecessary stress. I took some time and decided I was going to put in the work this offseason and make sure I was what my James side of the family knew I was. Sorry, Dad, but I'm taking their side on this one. First game of the season and hopefully my last in this New Mexico State jersey, and it felt just like old times coming out of that tunnel. But I knew once I stepped out on that field, it would be like riding a bike. Now, what I didn't tell you guys is that I told the coach prior to the start of the season that I didn't want to be a major part of the offense unless it was absolutely necessary. But here I am catching a pass across midfield in stride for a major gain all the way down to the 4-yard line where our running back took it the rest of the way, opening up the season against Northern Illinois. I was making noise on defense as well. 52 seconds left in the game and coach wants a big stop. I get in the backfield, take the QB down while poking out the ball. One of the guys falls on it, and that's exactly how we come in this season. I wanted to go out as one of the best two-way players in college history when it was all said and done, and that just might happen with the first game in the books. 28-10 offensively, I had 3 receptions for 83 yards, but I had 4 tackles, 2 TFLs, and a forced fumble to start the season. This Michigan State team really reinforced what Dangy and Bernard was saying, and that was I needed to get faster. Perfect example, QB just outruns me from the 8-yard line as we give up a score early in this game. But I'm going to get it back in blood. 13 seconds left in the first, and I dart right to the end zone, tiptoeing out the back end, and the ref says it's a touchdown. If I give it up on one side, I'm going to definitely get it back on the other end. 7-point lead, but we want more. We got to dominate this season. Little fade route that gets me open. QB throws a dot, and I'm coming down with it, and that just increases our lead, and I think I'm liking this new system I had the coach put me in. I get to spend majority of my time on defense, and it's starting to pay off, getting a nice tackle on the QB before he picks up too many yards. Right here, Goofy thought he evaded me. I dive for the tackle, and he ends up throwing it right to my guy for the pick, and I take the opportunity to lay him out still as the homie scores on a pick 6. And just like that, not only do we beat Michigan State, we blow them out by 28. 119 yards in the air for 2 tutties, 4 tackles, 1 TFL, and 3 sacks. Big game against Hawaii, and I'm getting it going with a crazy jump ball. The QB tossed up, and you know I'm coming down with it at the 1-yard line, getting the guys in perfect position to score. But coach tells me to stay in for a quick drop, and I get the honors of scoring the first in this rainy game. Down 3 late in the third, and we need a big time stop to get a chance at tying or winning this game. I stay at home as the QB panics and runs right into me, and I get the big stop hoping they miss the field goal attempt. Luckily they do, and coach brings me in on the 18-yard line. Another fade route right in between 2 defensive players. It's a dot and another score for the guys. 4th and 4 for Hawaii, desperation down, and look at how the line gets into the backfield as I come up with the assist on the sack, and it's a turnover on downs. But Hawaii still wants to take a shot, and that's cool with me as I fire off the ball, getting into the backfield for my own solo sack, and that's another game in the book, and we're just thumbing through this schedule, smacking anybody against us. Only 2 touchdowns on 38 yards, but 3 tackles, 2 TFLs, 1.5 sacks this game. Now, if you missed this Liberty game, this was definitely one of the ones you had to see. Starting the game, shooting for the stars, all the way in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. Like, if you blink, you definitely missed that. Quick 5-step drop. QB throws a missile, and it's another touchdown for the gang, and I'm feeling good right now. Coach put me in on 3rd and inches. Liberty is in man coverage, and that's tough because I'm too fast for the defense. Can't catch me on the foot race, and that's a hat trick, and we're not even at halftime yet. I would score another touchdown, but let's get into this defense. Watch how I pursue the QB off the ball, getting into the backfield for the chase down sack, and I'm telling them to check the scoreboard because they getting smacked right now, and it's not even close. Smashed on this team as we should. 146 yards for 4 touchdowns, 3 tackles, 2 TFLs, 2 sacks, 1 pass deflection. And peep this, I was named Conference USA Defensive Player of the Week off those stats, and I can't lie, it felt great to be recognized for my defense. Oh yeah, I brought in the Offensive Player of the Week as well, but I wasn't tripping about that for real. But I will say this, that was my first time anything like that happened, and I was very appreciative. But if you thought that Liberty game was crazy, wait until y'all see this game against our rivals. And I knew I had to go crazy. Starting the game from the 1 yard line, coach calls the pass, and I get us all the way down to the 38. Second and goal for New Mexico, and I want that stop. Coming from the opposite side of the ball, getting the TFL on the running back, and I was hyped. But it was all for nothing because on the next play they scored. And we down 4, about to go into half, and I already know what coach wants. QB puts the ball in the middle of the end zone, and I fall down with it, securing it for the lead heading into the locker room. But I'm touching the field again in the fourth quarter on a go route, and the QB puts it right in my pocket, and I fall into the end zone for the touchdown and the lead. We just got to get a stop on defense, and Art Otta got to do it. Fighting off 2 linemen, I somehow find my way into a pile of players, and I strip the ball from the QB. Heads up play from the homie to fall on the ball, and the crowd is shocked as I pick up my 20th sack of my career. And we win the Rio Grande Rivalry game, and I knew from this game this would be my last time playing in a college jersey because I had 224 yards for 2 touchdowns, 7 tackles, 4 TFLs, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. Now, of course, I come away with another Conference USA Defensive Player of the Week and an Offensive Player of the Week as well. And even though these weren't National Players of the Week, as the season went on, my name was being brought up by NFL scouts and award voters for Defensive Player of the Year and the Best Tight End Award. I just needed to make sure the rest of the season went just like it was going and even improve on it if I could. But let's fast forward to the Conference USA Championship. And with all the talk, this was going to be the last time I can play for this trophy, and I wanted to make sure I went out with a bang. But I told coach I really wanted to only play defense, and it was already showing to be a terrible idea as they end up scoring late in the first quarter and our offense just couldn't get anything going. But I told y'all I'm gonna get it back in blood. I break free from my defender to catch a dot, and I juke to the outside, and I turn on the jets that I told y'all earlier I needed to work on, and it's to the crib for a huge touchdown to really show that we deserve to be the number 3 team in the nation. But let's fast forward into the third, and we're down by 10. Look at the QB throwing a dot on the sideline, and I'm on that. And we do score right after that as I watch from the sideline. But on the defensive end, the line is doing their job. But I hear a roar from the stands as I turn around to see Louisiana Tech scoring a touchdown on 3rd and 13. No way the guys gave that up like that. Then things go from bad to worse as the QB throws a forced pick 6, 26 yards out. That's making this game seem as if we just can't win. But with 38 seconds left in the third, the defense is not worried about me, and that's their first mistake. As I take off towards the end zone, just straight speed, and that's just another score in this shootout, and we're fighting back. And the stage is set for me to show I'm that guy. Down by 3, 2 minutes left in the game. I'm fighting to get in the backfield. I see my guy strip the ball from the QB, and I take off and dive on it for the crucial turnover to put us at least in field goal range. But I'm telling the coach I want to be in on this drive. I need to be in. And on 3rd and 9, I break free across the middle of the field, finally tackled at the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal, quick 3-step drop. QB looks around and finally delivers the ball to me, and that was the touchdown we needed to put us up a score. And again, I want to go right back in the game. I got my eyes solely on the QB for this one. Easy break to the QB, diving for the tackle, and it's a big loss of yards. But on 3rd and 8, I guess he did not want to get hit like that again and throws a dart right to one of the homies, and it's a house call as that ices the game for us. But Louisiana did get the ball back, and we all know they're trying to take a shot deep, but the QB holds the ball too long, and I come up with another huge sack, and we're Conference USA champions. 3 touchdowns on 310 yards, 4 tackles, 3 TFLs, 1.5 sacks, and a fumble recovery. Hey, what a game from the guys, and what a way to rally back. But even bigger news for me personally, no, I didn't win the Heisman, but I did manage to secure the Best Defensive Player of the Year award, along with the Best Defensive End, the Best Tight End, and the Lombardi. I got all these trophies, and I can't wait to get home to show my parents, especially my dad. I know he's gonna be so proud.
But all I'm saying is, if you were at a better school, like I said in the beginning, you won the Heisman too. Sometimes you just gotta listen to your old man, because now what? Y'all gonna get invited to the big dance and lose it all like you did last year? I just wish you would have just listened to me instead of listening to them idiots in the James family, and you might have had a chance. Damn, that's the price you gonna have to pay though, son. Our hard head makes us off behind. You gonna learn today.
Damn. Oh well for my pops being happy for me. But it's all good. I proved them wrong already by coming back with all this hardware. It's time to prove them wrong again and go get this national championship. And here we go. National championship game against Pittsburgh. And even though we were ranked number 2 in the nation, everyone said we were about to get smashed on because we had a bad schedule compared to Pitt's. But let's be real, we beat some great teams to get here, and we deserved a shot. And if I had to, I was going to make sure personally that we won by any means necessary. But I already see it wasn't going to be easy. 2nd and 16, QB throws a pick, and this was bad news giving Pitts and this crowd a turnover this early in the game. It wasn't looking good for us. But it was time to bounce right back from the 32-yard line. I see a soft spot in the defense. I catch the ball and run right through a goofy, finally being taken down at the 1-yard line. Then on 3rd down, that quick drop is going to kill that zone every time. And that's the answer right back we needed to quiet down as Pittsburgh fans. Back on defense, and I'm up to no good. Chasing down a running back, getting an assisted tackle. Then on 3rd and 9, the secondary is making the QB wait, and just in time, I sneak up from behind and throw him down for a big stop. 3rd and 7, just a straight shot down the field, and I made more out of it getting tackled at the 1-yard line. The homie punches it in after that. Our secondary would sell us out immediately after that, which means I had to get it back because I can't always blame them. It's up to us on the line to provide that pressure, but nevertheless, you see the middle of the field wide open for me, and it's another foot race they had no chance in. Big touchdown, and this was an early shootout game still in the first quarter. But look at this. This is why I say the secondary was giving it up, because there's no reason for this to happen. Pitts ties the game right back up before half, but on this 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line, we were just looking to get into field goal position, but the defense is playing me for weak. So when I get into the end zone, I place the ball at their feet since they think it's really not like that with me. We're up 2 scores and I'm trying to make a statement on defense, and this is a great way to start with a diving tackle on a QB before he starts scrambling. Now that was marked down as an assisted sack, so I had to get one on my own. In the backfield, cracking the QB for a major loss, and this Pittsburgh team is looking like they took us for granted this whole time, dancing on them Goofy's graves. 4th and 12, coach is feeling different and tells me to go and get one, so I turn on the Jets. QB drops it in my pocket, and that's another touchdown for me in the biggest game of my life so far. 2nd and 7, we gave up a gracious touchdown. The gang gets tired. We've been leaving it all on the field, but this in and out route got them lost. Not only that, but I'm putting my head down, running through a guy and diving into the end zone, making sure I leave this game sold up. But I was not done on defense, adding insult to injury, coming up with a sack for the stats. And just like that, we did the impossible this season. We not only won the Conference USA, but we finished the season undefeated and won it all. I know this might mean nothing to y'all, but it means everything to me. Being able to say that I was a 2-way superstar in college, and I carried this team on my back to this point. But what do I know? According to my pops, this was all a fluke. Maybe I should have just listened to Bernard and Dangy at this point. Maybe my draft stock would have been higher than it is now. I might have been able to go number 1 in the draft because the way it's looking, I might fall. Either way, I proved everyone wrong, and now I'm interested to see which route I can take in the NFL. Y'all think they gonna let me play both ways? I guess we'll have to see in the next episode.